All right, we're back. Queenie, are you listening?
Yes.
Okay, help me to translate the next part. So, the most common reasons that people get into relationships. Usually, when you ask people, why do you want to get into a relationship? Why do you want to have a relationship? We see that the first one is loneliness. People feel lonely. What this means is a sense of loss inside. This means that there's something inside them. There's this, it's like a hole, it's empty inside them. And they believe that getting into a relationship with someone will fill that hole and they will not feel lonely anymore. Unfortunately, this is usually, they think this, but this is usually not true. They get into a relationship and they usually will find another person who is also lonely, who also feels this kind of empty hole inside them, who also expects that somebody else will fill the hole and they will both be very happy together because now they are not lonely. But what happens is they're in a relationship, they're two people, and they are both lonely together. Queenie.
My turn.
Mm-hmm.
You finished talking?
We'll go slowly. So yeah, your turn.
就是当一个人问另外一个人为什么说是想要发展一段关系的时候，就是说明那个人他是很孤独的。然后通常这种孤独的人呢，会找另外一个也很孤独的人，然后一起发展关系，就比如说什么做朋友啊，或者是什么的。
One of the second reason is fear of being alone. They're afraid to be alone. So what they do is they will, even if maybe they know that they are with someone who is not right for them, who they don't really like, who they don't really want to be with, they are afraid to be alone. So they're in the relationship and the relationship isn't very good, but they won't break up with the person because they're afraid to be alone. If the relationship ends, if the other person breaks up with them, they must immediately find somebody else to get into another relationship with. And they usually do very quickly. They will find somebody else who isn't right for them, but maybe it's the first person that they meet. And they're like, okay, fine. Because I don't want to be alone, I will get into another relationship. And if that one ends, I will get into another one, because I can't be alone. I don't know what it's like to be alone. I'm afraid to be alone. It's like they are running from themselves. They're running away from themselves by being with other people, by always wanting to be with other people. Queenie.
就是当一个人觉得很孤独的时候，他跟他的朋友尽管是关系不是很好，但是呢，他还是会尽量的去维持这段友谊，不会轻易的，就是说886什么的，因为他很孤独，然后他不想就是说再一个人，所以说哪怕是尽管是对方提出来说，要就是说再见的话，他会马上进入到下一段那个关系中，因为他会马上找另外一个人，因为他不想就是自己承受那个孤独。
The next one is certainty. We have talked about certainty before. Certainty is the need to be sure of something. They need to be sure. So another reason people get into a relationship is because it makes them feel sure, it makes them feel safe. But they don't want to break up, even if the relationship is not good. They don't want to break up because they still need that feeling of certainty. They still need to be sure. So if they break up, they are not sure they will find another relationship. They are not sure they can find somebody better than the person they are with. So they get into a relationship to give them that feeling of safety, and they don't break up because they really want to hold on to the feeling. At least I'm not alone. At least this person is with me. Maybe they are not so good, but I don't know if I can find somebody better, and I'm unsure if I can find somebody better. So I will stay with this person. Queenie.
就是一个人他如果就是想继续维持这段关系，是因为他觉得在这段关系当中他得到了安全感，有被保护的感觉。他不想放弃，是因为他也不知道下一个会不会更好，然后呢不知道下一个会不会比这个更加靠谱，所以他还是觉得维持这一段就是比较好。
The next one is fear of running out of time. This is an interesting one. The last one, certainty, it seems to be more popular with women. Men also, definitely, but more women than men get into a relationship and don't want to break up with the person because of certainty, because they don't think they can find somebody better. But this next one, fear of running out of time, it's also more common with women than with men. And we understand why. It's very clear why. So in many cultures, as a man gets older, they can still find relationships. They can still be with women. They can still meet women and start relationships. Even if they are 40, 50, 60, 70 years old, it's still possible for men. With women, it is possible, but it's not as easy. So one of the reasons why women get into relationships, even if they think that this person is not suitable for me and they don't want to break up, is because they think that I'm getting too old. They think that I'm already 28, I'm already 30, I'm already 34, I'm already 39. If I don't get into a relationship with this person, if I break up with this person, maybe I will be too old to find another relationship. Maybe it's too late for me now. And so they think that they are running out of time. They don't have any more time to find another relationship, or they're too old. And so they stay in relationships even if they are unhappy, just because they think I'm too old to find somebody else. And other people will think other men will think I'm too old, and they will not be interested in me. Queenie.
女生比男生更希望就是维持当下的感情，因为他们觉得就算是分手了之后，或者是干嘛了之后，他们会觉得下一段当中，他会觉得自己会慢慢变老。就是有一句话在中国是叫什么？男的越老越吃香，女的越老越彷徨吧。然后就是觉得自己可能就不如之前了。然后所以说他们想就是维持当下的感情，以免到以后找到又有喜欢的人，对方会不会觉得自己已经老了。
The next one is significance. This one is more men than women. This significance means the need to feel important, the need to feel special. I am special. Many men will get into a relationship because of this need, and they will choose certain women because they think that other people will think that they are amazing, they are powerful, they are special if they are in a relationship with a certain kind of woman. For example, some men will only choose, even if they don't like their personality, even if they're not suitable, they will only choose women who are very young and very beautiful. They choose these kinds of women not because they like these women, not because there's anything special or there's any kind of connection between them. They choose these women because they want other men to think that they are amazing. So, oh wow, look at that guy, he's with such a beautiful girl, he must be very rich, he must be very successful, he must be very powerful, there must be something really great about him because she is with him. So they're choosing people not because of that person, they're choosing them because of how other people will think about them. It makes them feel special, it makes them feel powerful. Queenie.
男生一般不会去找一个自己，男生喜欢找一些就是年轻的、漂亮的，因为他们想让别人知道自己是成功的，或者是让其他男生觉得自己是反正就是很成功、很有钱，然后怎么样的。尽管他不喜欢他找的那个女生是漂亮的、年轻的，但是带出去会很有面子，就是给自己算是一种地位的象征嘛。
Queenie, are there women who also get into relationships for this reason, for significance?
女生我觉得可能一般就是也会选择长得比较帅的或者干嘛，但是其实女生更多的是看感觉，就是喜欢更重要一些。
Okay. And the last one, I mean, there are many others. This is not the last reason why people get into relationships. These are the most common ones, the most popular ones. This one is short-term connection. They get into a relationship because they only want to be with someone for a short amount of time, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and then they want to break up and they want to have another relationship for a short term, for 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and then break up and they want to have another one. This is also a common reason, especially for young people. Myself. They want only short-term connection, and they don't really want to be with someone for years and years. They don't want a serious connection or a serious relationship. They get into these kinds of relationships only because they know that I'm going to be with this person for a short time, and then I'm going to leave them, and then I'm going to find another person for a short time and leave them, and another person for a short time. Queenie.
有些人谈恋爱他是换得很快的，就是说，但是其实他们一开始就知道他要步入这段感情，他知道他会很快的离开这个人，但是他们就是抱有这样的心理，然后去换对象，怎么样。
Okay. All right. As you can see, this doesn't have a lot to do with masculine and feminine energy. This is just about relationships. We're looking at reasons why people get into relationships. And most of these reasons here, actually all of these reasons here, are not good reasons to get into relationships. If you are getting in a relationship, or if you want a relationship for one of these reasons, you should know that those are not that is not a good reason to get into a relationship, and you should start to think about why do you want to get into a relationship. Ask yourself, what's the reason I'm getting into a relationship? Queenie?
就是当你想就是找对象的时候，你要什么思考这5个点，然后呢，然后再去邀请他们，就是就再去跟他们说想就是在一起啊，或者是什么的。
Okay. Next one. Yana, are you listening? Okay, help me to translate the next part. The two things that relationships will always do. The first one is amplify emotions. When we mean amplify, we mean to really concentrate emotions, to make your emotions much more powerful. So it's not just good, it's also the bad. So when you're with someone, it's very easy to feel, especially when the relationship has just started, it's very easy to feel amazing, to feel so happy, to feel so excited to talk to them. But you also are going to easily feel very strong negative emotions if you send them a message and they don't respond very quickly, they take 1 hour or 1 day to reply. You will feel hurt, you will feel really jealous, you will feel sad, you will feel that your heart is broken, maybe that they have left you. The feelings that we have when we are in relationships, especially in the beginning of them, can be very good and also very bad. And every relationship is like this. It doesn't matter how many relationships you have been in. Human beings become very, very attached or very connected quickly. And when we are in these kinds of, when we have these kinds of connections, our emotions, our hormones completely change. If somebody is usually calm and relaxed and that's their personality, it doesn't even matter if that is their regular personality. As soon as they are in a relationship with someone who they care about, their emotions will become amplified. Yana.
Can you hear me?
Now we can hear you.
Oh, okay. I didn't catch too much because my internet is not very good. So I only translate the part that I listened. Okay.
Okay.
所以呢，我网不是特别好，然后我听到的一部分就是，那个 amplify emotions 就是放大情绪，然后呢就是我听到是好像就是它可以放大好的情绪还有不好的情绪，然后就是在你跟一个你在意或者你喜欢的人相处的时候，那个情绪会放大，就是可能感觉会比较敏感吧。Okay.
Okay. Continue. The reason why we have these emotions, the reason why our emotions become amplified is because our hormones change when we are with someone who we like, who we know like us back. there is this interesting kind of signaling of hormones between the two people. And so both of them will have these amplified emotions. I believe the purpose is not to create a long-term relationship. We have these amplified emotions, these very strong positive, especially the strong positive emotions, so that we will have sex, so that the DNA can exchange, so that we can make babies. Remember that DNA is always trying to survive. These amplified emotions, these changes in hormones are done by DNA for the reason of creating copies, of creating babies, so that our DNA can get passed on to the next generation. Yana.
Can you repeat the DNA part? I didn't get it.
The DNA part is our DNA, the purpose of DNA is to survive. DNA wants to survive. The way that DNA survives is it will copy. It will copy, and then it will copy to the next generation, right? It will combine with somebody else's DNA, and then a new version of the DNA will be created, meaning two people will have sex and a baby will be born, and that baby will have copies of the two people's DNA so that it can survive, so that DNA can survive. Yana?
OK，其实我刚才没有很听清，因为网真的卡死了。然后那个 Bob 说的是，反正我就记下了我听到的部分。然后他说，就是不要什么来着，就是不要去创造一个比较长的 relationship 还是什么。然后Bob, I really didn't get it. My internet is so bad.
Okay. Anybody else? Did somebody hear that? Can somebody else translate it? Anybody? Come on. Okay, nobody. Okay, never mind. Anyway, I'm recording this, so if you missed it, you can just watch it on the video. Okay, let's do the next part. Irritate. Irene, are you listening? Okay, so help me with the next part here. We have talked about the shadow. We recently just talked about the shadow. So this is a nice little connection. People think that the reason to have a relationship is to be happy. People think that when they get into a relationship, they're going to be happy and they're always going to be happy. But what they don't realize is that they are not always going to be happy, because people are different. No matter who you are with, that person is going to be different from you in many ways. There are going to be things about that person that you like, and there are going to be things about that person that you don't like. The things about that person that you don't like, pay very careful attention to those things. They might say things that make you feel angry or nervous or sad. They might have certain habits that make you feel annoyed or uncomfortable. Okay, Anna. The things about... Mm-hmm. Will I continue? Let me continue.
So you finished?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Oh, okay.
Or if you can continue, actually fine. If you translate and then I will continue. If you can, go ahead. So I was saying that pay attention to those things, to the things about your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband, your wife. Pay attention to the things that make you feel angry, annoyed, uncomfortable, the things that irritate you. Those are the things that you are rejecting in yourself. Those are the emotions. They are saying and doing things that you have rejected in yourself, that you don't like about yourself. And you feel those strong negative emotions because they are touching your shadow. They are showing you the things about yourself that you have disowned, that you have rejected and said, no, that's not me. I don't have that. I don't do that. Irene.
就是我在讲这个 irritate you， 就是这个部分，然后 irritate 就是使烦恼，然后还有刺激的意思。然后刚刚就讲了，人们就认为就是和其他人产生关系的这个原因，就是他们想要和其他人产生关系的一个很大一部分的原因，就是他们觉得跟人建立关系可以让他们变得很开心快乐，但是实际上并不是这样子的，因为他们就是产生关系、建立联系的对象，并不一定就是他们所喜欢的人，就有可能是他们很讨厌的人。然后，他们不喜欢的人一旦和他们产生了联系，他们就会感觉到就会感到生气、愤怒，然后不舒服。然后呢，我们再把视角放回到就是你的另一半，你的另一半有的时候他们也可能会让你感到很生气，然后不舒服，然后有可能就是说，不是有可能，就是 Bob 说，有很大一部分原因就是他们在向你展现就是你所讨厌的那一面，就是他们在展现那个 dark side， 就那一面。然后所以你才会感觉到比较讨厌他们。然后I have finished that.
Okay. An example of this is, let's say a couple are living together and one of them when he or she comes home from work, he or she will just take off his or her dirty clothes and throw it on the floor, and he or she leaves the dirty clothes on the floor and is okay with that, doesn't feel just feels that is normal. But his or her, let's say the partner, the person that he or she is with gets irritated by that and doesn't like it when his or her partner throws the clothes on the floor and just leaves it on the floor. So the reason why that person is getting irritated is because their shadow side, that's something they have rejected about themselves. They have told themselves, I am not a messy person, I'm a clean person. Possibly because when they were children, their mother or their father told them that being messy and throwing their clothes on the floor was not acceptable. And so they had to force themselves to be more neat, to be more organized. It could be naturally their personality as well. There's different reasons, but they have rejected that side, that messy side, the side that's okay with just leaving things on the floor and being comfortable with it. And so their partner is triggering that, is bringing out that shadow quality, that thing that they don't allow themselves to do or to be. Irene.
就是 Bob 刚刚讲了一个例子，就是一对情侣，其中一个人呢就不喜欢他另一半把那些脏衣服都放到地上，然后他生气，然后感到irritated， 就是感到烦恼的原因就是他在暗示自己我不是一个混乱的人，我是一个很有组织性的人，然后就是他在努力的告诉自己，就是相当于我要和这个不好的这个习惯划清界限，就是我不是这样的人，然后他就努力的去要求自己不要去展现这个就是这个不好的这一面，然后但是后面我好像没有太听清，就大概就是这样子。
Okay.
And but actually I didn't catch I didn't catch the information that you said about the maybe the dark side or
You remember when we talked about the dark side, we said that there are things about myself that I reject, that I say, that's not me. I'm not that kind of person. I don't do those kinds of things. I find those kinds of things unacceptable. I hate those characteristics. But often we have those characteristics. We are those kinds of people. And so when we are with someone who does those things which we hate, which we reject in ourselves, it triggers us, it irritates us. And all relationships are going to do that. So the reason I'm talking about this is because one of the reasons of getting into a relationship is to help you to become okay with your dark side, to help you to accept the things which you rejected, which you said that is not me. People who you are with who trigger those things inside you are helping you to become more integrated. They're helping you to become more whole because they allow you to bring things out of they allow you to release your dark side and slowly learn to accept, slowly learn to become, for example, okay with your partner throwing dirty clothes on the floor and be comfortable with it. That is you allowing your dark side, allowing the dark side out and being okay and accepting it and integrating it and becoming more whole.
OK， 就是刚刚 Bob 又解释了一下，他和就是这个 irritate you 和这个就这个关系啊，它能帮助你就是激发出你的 dark side， 就是它和 dark side 有一定的联系，然后怎么说呢，就是So let me give you one of my example， 就是比如说我在学校在宿舍里面，就比如说我可能就是怎么说就我有的时候吧会有一点啰嗦，就是可能会跟我的室友讲，就说不要熬夜啊什么什么的，然后实际上呢我实际上就是就是看到他们熬夜这个不好的这个习惯，然后虽然我感到就是觉得就是挺生气的嘛，就是觉得哎呀怎么你们又那么晚睡，然后就还老是看手机，然后这样一点都不好，然后就是你们就是有不好的影响。虽然我这样有的时候会这样就是对他们讲这个事情，但是呢很大一部分很大程度上我自己也在做这样的事情。 就证明了就是说，当你在比如说在融入这段就是集体生活的这个关系里面，就和集体待在一起的这个关系里面，你会发现你的一部分的 dark side 会被你的这些对，就是这些就是建立联系的这些对象给激发出来。就我从来都不知道，原来我可以熬夜熬那么晚的。然后，但是我就发现，就是我自从比如说就跟大家待在一起的时候，然后我虽然很讨厌熬夜，本身是比较抵触，但是我最后还是就是还是会忍不住就熬到了，就是熬得很晚这样子。然后大概就是这样。然后就再有一个例子的话，就是说你在宿舍里面可能比如说比如经常会带一些吃的回宿舍，然后可能你有的时候看到别人带吃的回宿舍，弄得有点脏，你可能会有点嫌弃，然后你会生气。但实际上呢，你的同学告诉你，哎呀，这样无所谓啊，什么什么的。然后你生气了以后，你会发现，其实你自己也会有这个不太好的习惯，这样子。然后，对，就是还是变成了自己最讨厌的人。因为 dark side 就是说实际上你讨厌的那一部分是是你自己的一个阴暗面。然后所以就可能就是说你越是讨厌什么，实际上你的阴暗面可能就越是那个东西，这样子。Okay, that's all.
Okay. All right. The next one. This is the last part actually. So we're going to talk about the 3 levels of relationships, or the 3 kinds of relationships. Littorio, are you listening?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Help me to translate this one.
Sure.
So, level 1 relationships. These kinds of relationships are usually quite immature. Usually one of or both of the people in these kinds of relationships are immature. You know a level 1 relationship when you can see that one person does not really care about the other person. They don't do things to take care of the other person. So we see it like this. You meet my needs, but I don't meet your needs. An example of this is, just as an example, let's say the husband and wife. The husband comes home from work and his wife has cleaned the house, his wife has cooked dinner for him, and as soon as he gets home, he turns on the TV, sits on the sofa, and takes his food and eats it and watches TV. Now, his needs are kind of met, right? He's sitting in a clean home and he gets to eat food and he's comfortable because his wife has made it a comfortable environment for him. She is meeting his needs. But her needs, when he comes home, she wants him to talk to her, to share his life or his experiences with her. She needs connection, right? As we've said, the feminine needs connection. But he sits there, he watches TV, he doesn't really talk very much to her, he doesn't listen to her when she is trying to share her day. This is a level 1 relationship. One person's needs are met, but the other person's needs are not met. And often these kinds of relationships, and by the way, relationships can change. Maybe before it was a mature, connected relationship, but as soon as a relationship changes to a level 1 relationship, it's going to be unhappy, and it's probably going to lead in divorce or breakup, because to have a relationship, both people's needs have to be met. Littorio.
Yes，就是说这个第一层的这个 relationship，只有一方需要另一方，但是另一方并不是很需要需要他的一方，就是只是说，在这一个关系里面，它不是一个两边的关系，它只是一个单边的关系。然后呢，这样子的关系呢，一般都很浅，然后呢，而且也不会，就是两边都不会很开心，而且呢，就是非常容易，这个 relationship 就非常容易断掉。然后他举的例子呢，就是说两个人结婚，一个人在家里做饭，一个人去上班，然后呢，上班的人回来，然后做饭的人他们就会想聊天啊，然后想知道外面发生了什么呀，但是上班的那个人肯定就不想讲啊，就可能就很累啊，然后就不想说啊，然后这样闹得不开心啊，很容易，然后最后就会很分手。Yeah, I'm finished.
Okay. The next one. Level 2 relationships. For this one, let's try. Winifred, do you have a mic yet? Ooh, okay. Okay, help me to translate the next part. Level 2 relationships. These are the most popular kind of relationships. They work. Usually they work. So this one is, I will meet your needs if you meet my needs. And the reason why these kinds of relationships work is because they are kind of like a trade. We call them conditional love. Oh no. Sorry, 1 second. We call them conditional love because the if is a condition, right? I will cook for you and clean for you and take care of the children if you go to work hard, bring home enough money to take care of us. I will go to the supermarket and buy the groceries if you clean the toilet and take out the trash and walk the dog. We have these kinds of agreements, we have these conditions, and they work. They can maintain a good relationship. I meet your needs if you meet my needs. Now, there are a few problems with this relationship, with this kind of relationship, even though most people do have this kind of relationship and they're usually fine. But the problems are, number one, people's needs change. If you are with someone for 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, their needs are going to change because they are going to change. And so you have to be very attentive. You need to pay attention to your partner's needs as they change. If you stop paying attention and you continue to use the old conditions, even though now those are not their needs anymore, there are going to be problems in the relationship. That's one. The second one is that sometimes people don't know their needs. Sometimes people cannot know what the other person needs. And if you don't know what the person needs, if you don't know what your needs are, you're going to be unhappy, or they are going to be unhappy because needs are not being met. The third problem is the if. I will meet your needs if you meet my needs. But I have to agree with your needs. For example, I will love you if you love me. Fine. But I will love you only if you love me. What about if you don't love me? That means that I will not love you anymore. The condition is broken, right? So it's now you don't love me, so why should I love you? So sometimes these relationships don't work because needs change, and sometimes people will break the condition. I will love you if you don't sleep with someone else. If you break this condition, I won't love you anymore. We're not going to have a relationship anymore. Winifred.
Okay. I'm translating now. Can you hear me?
Yes.
就是这个什么第二等级的这个关系，就是它是一个十分著名的，然后同时也它是会实现的一种关系，然后就是解释起来就是是一种有关系的上的这种爱，就比如说它是像一种贸易关系，就是比如说如果你满足了我的需求，然后我也会满足你的需求，就比如说我会帮你煮饭或者是打扫房间，然后如果前提是你要工作努力，然后就是赚一定的钱，然后这样子才能维护我们的关系，就是保证我们的关系就不会什么样破裂之类的。然后但是这种关系就有一些问题，就第一个问题就是人是会改变的，就比如说原来你刚结婚或者刚谈恋爱什么的时候，然后你们处得很好，然后这个就像所谓那种贸易关系之类的，它也暂时不会变，就是你们双方所需求的东西都是暂时不会变。但是如果过了5年之后，就是人会改变嘛，然后你就必须这个时候要非常注意，就是你的另一半他所想要的是什么，然后如果你不知道他想要的是什么，然后你们双方都会变得很不开心，因为你们都没有得到自己想要的，然后所以这段所谓的条件就会破裂，然后这个贸易关系就不成立了。然后第三个问题，第三个问题就是就出现在这个 if 上面。就是比如说他刚刚说有个 I will love you if you love me, but I will love you only you love me。如果这个唯一让这个有条件的爱有点乱，反正就是这个唯一的条件如果不成立的话，然后你们这个关系就也不存在了，所以就是一些问题我就不知道讲的有没有清楚，反正乱七八糟的。Okay, I finished.
All right, last one. Level 3 relationships. Melanie, are you listening?
Yes.
Okay, let's do the last one. Please help me and we'll finish this. Okay, level 3 relationships. These kinds of relationships are very, very rare. They're not common. There's a very small percentage of people who have these kinds of relationships. They're very difficult to have, but they are the best relationships. They're the most powerful relationships. These relationships are unconditional love. In this kind of relationship, your needs are my needs. Because your needs are my needs, if you need to do something that I don't agree with, or if you need to do something that other people might think is not acceptable, I will make that my need. For example, you need to travel. We're in a relationship and you need to travel for 2 weeks by yourself. You need some time alone. There's no condition. That is what I need as well. If you need that, that's fine. I need that too. I will love you no matter what you do or no matter what you don't do. If you want to sleep with someone else, okay, I will still love you. Your needs are my needs. If you feel that that is what you need, fine. Because I love you, I will accept that. This is why it is such a rare kind of relationship. We don't often see it, or it's a very small percentage of relationships that we see this, because most relationships, most normal relationships are going to be level 2. There are going to be some conditions. An unconditional love relationship is accepting of everything. You might see it more often in relationships between children and parents, but not so often in relationships between boyfriend and girlfriend or husband and wife, because it's very, very difficult to accept certain things. With children, they are your blood, right? They are you. No matter what they do or what they don't do, as a parent, you will probably still love your children. Even if they do things you don't accept, even if they don't listen or obey you, you will probably still love them. This is an example of unconditional love. This is a level 3 relationship. But as I said earlier, there are some romantic relationships like this, but they're very, very rare. Melanie.
OK， 所以这个是第3级别的关系，然后它不像第2级别那样是有条件的爱，它是无条件的爱，而且在就是在2个没有血缘关系的人身上，其实这种爱是很稀少的，就是很稀少，但是它是最好的，而且是最有利的。所以他的意思就是，你的需求就是我的需求，不一定是你要满足我的需求，我才能满足你的需求。因为有这个无条件的爱，其实我已经 I have it in my life. Actually, this is what to say.
I'll explain that. I haven't talked about that yet.
OK， 所以举个例子吧，就直接，
就是假如我想要旅行，然后我本来是想一个人的，但刚好你也想要旅行，其实我们两个的需求是一样的，然后而且它是这种无条件的爱，是不管你做了什么我都爱你，然后不管你是出轨啊，还是做了我很讨厌的事情，我都爱你，然后我接受你的所有东西。所以这种爱更多的出现在家长和孩子身上，因为他们是有血缘关系的，就好像我就是你一样，所以不管孩子做什么，很多时候家长一样会爱他。So finish.
Okay, let's continue. So, in the beginning of this lesson, I was saying that the thing that feminine energy most wants, the thing that feminine energy most desires, is love. It can be connection, it can accept connection. Feminine energy wants connection, but what it most wants is love. And there is a difference between love and connection. In this kind of relationship, in the level 2 relationship, this is connection. Conditional love is a connection. You have this person in your life. If both of you meet each other's needs, you will be together until you die. That's connection. Love is unconditional. Love is no matter what. Feminine energy most wants that. It doesn't necessarily want to receive that. It loves to receive that. Of course, it wants to receive it. But feminine energy most wants to have it in its life. So someone who is more feminine, just by giving unconditional love, by loving someone no matter what they do, no matter what they don't do, they have unconditional love in their life. As a mother, you have unconditional love in your life as long as your child, as long as you have a child. If you are in a relationship, in a romantic relationship, and you can give unconditional love, and you are the feminine, you have feminine energy, you are more identified with your feminine energy, that is the thing you most want. That is that will make you feel complete. Melanie.
How you say? A little bit internet problem.
Oh shit.
But I try.
Okay.
Just something maybe I lost, like from you want to feel it and then after.
I was saying feminine energy, they just want to have it in their life. Even if they are the ones who are giving it, of course they want to receive it, but even if they are the ones who are just giving it, they have it and it makes them feel complete.
Okay. 所以这里刚才就解释了后面那句话，就是通过给予这种无条件的爱，我就拥有了它在我的生活中。就是说，如果你是那个女性力量很强烈的人，其实你最想要的爱和 connection 连接，就是指的就是这种无条件的爱，而且就是你最想要的。然后，所以打个比方，就是你如果作为一个母亲，你会给你的孩子无条件的爱，所以当你给予他这种爱的时候，你就仿佛拥有了这种爱。然后，如果你是在一段感情当中，你也是拥有更多女性力量的那个，你就会更想感受这种无条件的爱，然后你也会给予对方这种无条件的爱，于是你就觉得你拥有了这种爱，然后你会觉得你是完整的。Okay.
All right, guys, that's it. So we've talked about masculine and feminine energy today. we have looked at the different qualities or characteristics of the two energies that everybody has. We talked about sexual polarity, which is the attraction between the masculine and the feminine. We looked at the different kinds of relationships with masculine and feminine. And we've talked a little bit about relationships. We talked about some reasons to not get into a relationship. We talked about the things that relationships will always do. We talked about the different levels of relationships. Thank you very much, and I will see you guys next week.